In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you all of my tips, tricks, and secrets to blending out your eyeshadow beautifully, flawlessly, and getting that radiant effect. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. Hey y'all, what it do? It's your boo, Maggie. And welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. I have had a few requests about eyeshadow, and I know that a lot of people, especially for my beginners out there, really want to achieve that beautiful gradient blend. So I'm going to teach you guys that today. I also apologize in advance if you hear my AC. I finally got that installed because, you know, it's hot. All right, let's get into it. So I already did my brows and I highlighted under them, and I also put on my eyeshadow base. If you want to see videos on how I did my brows and all about bases, I have 2 videos about that. I'll link that right up here for you guys. I can also put it down in the description bar. I got you. For today's palette, I wanted to use something that was cheap and also really pigmented so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to use the Juvia's Place Festival palette. Beautiful colors, full of pigment. And we're just going to be using these 3 shades here: the red, the orange, and the yellow, I believe. Yes, it's like mustard yellow. We're going to use those 3 colors to create our blend. So, first step is, whenever I'm doing a blend that requires the colors going from dark to light, I always start with the darkest color. Now, I used to start with the lightest color, then work my way down, but I find that it's easier for smaller eyes and hooded eyes, especially, to start with that dark color so it doesn't get hidden at all. Let me just double check there are no creases in my base, and make sure there's no doodle in my eye. And let's get started. For the first color, I'm going to use my Morphe M506 brush. And I'm going to use that dark red color. It's called Eyeshadow. And I dipped that in. Really want that color to be on there. And then I tap off the excess so nothing falls down on my face or we get, you know, product where we don't want it to be. And for this color, I'm going to look at the mirror, see where my crease is, and I'm gonna pat the color in first. That's how you get that true color payoff. By tapping in that color, I found that the color is way more intense when you pat the color in first and then blend it out. We're going to do that all the way from the front of the eye until the end. We're kind of creating this half circle here. I'm also going to put that on my lid. Again, I'm just showing you guys 3 simple colors to blend together, and I'll show you specific beginner's looks soon. They're in the works. But yes, I like to tap all that color, and notice how I haven't even started to blend out yet. It's just getting that color. Look at that. Bam! Tap. You can dig into your palette even more and really just make sure that color is there and it's staying put. This is why you need a base also, because you cannot achieve this amount of pigment without a base, especially the P. base. Alright, and as soon as I feel like most of the color is off my brush, I'll go to the edge of where the color stops, and I'm going to blend in circular motions, keeping it controlled. And I'm following that same shape. I'm just blending out the edge. Circular motions. And then when I get to the front, I like to tap it, especially if you want the color to be somewhere specific, like you want to stay somewhere. I really want to stay like right in here. I don't want to blend it all the way out here. So I'm just gonna tap the edge of that color to blend it out. And I'm using a really light hand with this. Where your hands are placed are really important when it comes to blending as well. I always have my hands at the lower part of the brush, not all the way up here. Only time I have my hands up here is really when I'm doing eyeliner. I have it in my hand at the end and it's pretty loose. Alright, so that looks pretty good to me. With another Morphe M506 brush, we're going to go in with that bright orange color here. Ooh. That bright orange color, it's called Ophala. Right here. Doing the same thing, tapping it in, dusting off that excess. Alright, now for blending in that second color, we're going to focus it on the edge of the first color, that red. And what I do is I tap that color on the edge, but I also like to bring it down into the red. I do this because, again, I have hooded eyes, so this really helps me get my gradient effect since I don't have a lot of lid space. And tap, tap, tapping, tap, 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 tap. That color in. Then we're going to go back in with that red color to blend the orange out. And when you want to create that gradient effect, you're always going to be going back in with the same colors just to make sure everything is blended out seamlessly. Back in with the orange. Now I'm going to start doing my circular motion again for the blend. Alright, now I'm going to take a blending brush. This is my favorite one, Morphe M441. Just a natural bristles, big fluffy brush. And I'm going to very lightly, circular motions, blend out the edge of that orange. And again in the front, I'm just going to tap it lightly because we want to keep that color right there. Don't want it to blend it too high. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now we're gonna dip into that yellow mustardy color. It's called Aura or Oro. This one right here. Same thing as that orange color. We're going to pat in that yellow right at the edge. It's okay if it gets on your brows. You can always clean that up later. And it's okay if we get on the other colors again, because we're going to go back in with the orange and the red again. Going back in with the orange. We're going to blend. Since it's hiding, we're just gonna put that right back where it was, all while blending out the yellow right on top. So I'm going to tap it in first. And then I'm going to go in with my circular motion and following that same half circle shape. And I'm gonna go back in with the red. Make sure we don't lose any of that red, even though it's still pretty obvious it's there. But still, again, want this to be nice and seamless. It's really giving me fire vibes. Fire, fire. Treat me like. I'm gonna go back in with that yellow. And again with that orange. This is how we get that color payoff, okay? And that beautiful blend. You have to go back in to every single color to make sure they won't get hidden by the other colors. And you want to keep doing this until you're satisfied with your blend. Going back in with the red. Alright, it's looking like I'm going to do maybe one more round of the colors again, and then we should be good. So again, with the yellow, tap that in. Make sure that you can see it in the front as well. Okay. Back in with that orange color, tapping that right under the yellow. And then again with the red. And then right here, I'm gonna go in with my blending brush again, and then just blend everything together, give it a final blend, circle motion. And if it's looking a little too harsh anywhere, just remember to blend that out really, really lightly, guys. Like, you see how the color is only at the tip of my brush? That's because I'm only using the tip of my brush to blend out this color. That looks pretty good to me! And then if you want to bring your color out even more, you can do that. You can just blend that up and out if you want to. But I think I'm going to keep this like this. And I'm just going to clean up with a cotton pad and my micellar water. It's just a makeup remover. and I'm just going to clean up where I don't want any eyeshadow like down here, because you will get fallout. Okay. And I think I'm gonna add a little pop of color in the inner corner of the eye just to show you guys how I usually blend that out. I'm gonna use my pencil brush, and I'm gonna use this really pretty silver shimmery color here. It's called Woolly. Dip that in, tap off the excess. I'm gonna pat that right in the inner corner. You see where that triangle is, right in the inner corner of your eye? That's exactly where I'm gonna put the color. I'm gonna pat that in. And then I like to gently pat that upwards, just a little bit. Blend it into the red, just a little. Tap the front of the eye, bring it a little further. And I'm gonna go back in with that red, just to make sure everything is nice and blended. And I actually think I want to go back in with the colors one more time again. So again with the orange. And then the yellow. I'm going to use my blending brush again to blend out those colors. I think that is all for this video. This is how you achieve that nice gradient effect with just 3 colors. Of course, you can go ham and make it more than 3 colors if you really want a beautiful blend. But just for the sake of this video and for the beginners out there, I wanted to just give you guys 3 shades to work with. Well, 4 shades if you want a little extra pop. This is what it looks like. And as you can see, we have the red, you can see some of the orange, and the yellow peeking right at the top. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like it. And also, don't forget to subscribe down below and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss a single video. And I'll see you guys on my next video.